Claire was born in Northern Ireland, and we had a very stormy delivery.
We were told that there had been certain problems. She was some 12 minutes late in breathing, and this had caused certain problems. So our lives changed immediately.
We went on various postings. My husband was in the diplomatic service, and a time came when they decided that Claire should not travel with us. And we approached our social worker, who said they'd never had to place somebody in care who was wanted. Claire was very wanted. We searched around, and the only place that we were offered was in South Cornwall at the NAC Centre. We went to look at it. It was beautiful, but it was a long way away.
For me, growing up, I didn't know that I had a sister, because I would only see her once a year. It was Christmas time that I would see her.
When we were very, very young, me and my brother used to go with our parents to the first care home. It was very big, it was very cold, it wasn't very homely.
You feel guilty, you feel, surely she shouldn't be there, but we were told by experts that these were experts and they would know what to do to make things better for her. While Claire was in residential care, things just didn't seem to get any better. I was always asking for speech therapy and never existed really. Nobody thought of any ways for Claire to communicate. They always just talked about the naughty things she did.
Claire was exhibiting these, what would be described as antisocial behaviours. A lot of them were copied from fellow clients who were in the home. Now the reason behind all this, we feel, was not sufficient use was being made of her budget. Her budget was, I think Jenny mentioned, pooled, which meant other users were in fact taking the benefit of her funding.
What made a difference to Claire's care was we started to ask questions. Why she wasn't going places, why she wasn't doing things, and why she wasn't getting help with her communication.
So we asked to see the daily diaries. This is a record of basically what she gets up to every single day. It's a simple question, and there's a lot of opposition to this initially.
I think maybe we asked too many questions because Claire got a 28-day notice.
In 28 days, she would have to leave, and we would have to find somewhere else. So two things there. One, the immediate shock of being told she's out, and two, an enormous sense of relief. We were going to get a grip of the situation now. It was so refreshing from the previous time where we were told this is what is happening, and we find out this was not what was happening. So here we were now in the driving seat, and it was all positive, and we were going to do the best for Claire under a personal centred plan and a fund to match it.
Claire now has a personal budget. She lives in a purpose-built bungalow in our garden.
The house is purposely designed just for Claire.
Everything has been thoroughly thought through. She's been to all the planning meetings.
Flooring, walls, doors, windows, everything about the building has been designed to make it easier for Claire to move around, especially as she gets older. It's amazing what a building and a system can do to make one person happy. It can make a whole family happy, basically.
Claire's health and well-being has dramatically improved.
She's out in the community, she's part of the community, she lives a life, not just an existence.
She now sees her mum and dad and the rest of her family, her brothers, on a regular basis.
Claire still needs a great deal of support. She needs 24-hour support, 7 days a week. But this is quite easily managed with a good team around her.
She has 3 PAs plus our manager, if we're fully staffed.
Robert, her brother, is the trainer, and he also acts as a PA and also as a junior manager. Jennifer acts as the manager, the contact manager for everyday affairs. The recruitment is done by advertising in local media, and interviews are carried out by Robert.
As part of the budget, we decided we'd like to look at Claire's communication.
Yes.
This was the beginning of Claire really becoming a person. Picture exchange communication. She's got all sorts of things in her wants and desires. Food, pain, feelings. It's very broad, and it can go wider as well. This is her best friend.
To see her use it is just fantastic.
We are communicating with Claire, and Claire is communicating with us. So all round there's less frustration.
It's also convinced us that Claire is still learning.
And I think Claire's skill level is huge. It's just the huge frustration to get out what she wants to do. And now we've found a way to unlock that.
Now that she is living near us, there's less anxiety.
She seems to exude more self-confidence.
She's become a much more social person, a happier person, and an exploratory person.
She is now fully aware that we are literally within a stone's throw.
And we have a little gate between our house and her house. And when the gate's closed, she knows that she doesn't come to visit us. Otherwise, she pops over quite often for a cup of tea. Claire has activities every day. She does swimming, riding, cycling, basketball. She goes to clubs, she goes to music sessions.
There were a few questions raised about the amount of activities she does, and is this quite a high cost? But when you find out we're getting good value for money, rather than sending Claire to a physiotherapy because she needs the exercise, she does horse riding. She gets all the exercise she needs on a horse. She does swimming. She learnt to walk in a swimming pool.
Making friends, meeting people, and obviously this has all improved her health and well-being mentally. We look forward to the next day or the next adventure with her.
One of the key advantages with a personal budget is love. The family are able to give love, where a provider with staff, it's not the same. The money goes directly on Claire's needs, on her person-centred plan, on her development and her well-being. Think about a personal budget. If they can't do it themselves, you can get support and help to administer your personal budget, but you have so much more control.
It's all positive. You have the personal-centred plan, you have the funds to do it, and the market is out there, and you can pick and choose. And it's a very healthy situation to be in, to be able to choose what is more beneficial for your child.
There are those that said it couldn't be done for someone who needed one-to-one support, but it can be done, and it is being done, and that everybody working together can achieve success.